stopping, yes. Like, but people like songs where you can kind of sing along. Like, you can sing the chorus or whatever. Like, those songs are really catchy because, like, people can sing along. So that song in particular, which I would say most people don't know, but some people in your generation know what LMFAO is because it was popular when you guys were, like, kids.
When I was in high school, are you kidding me? Like,
yeah, when you're, like,
Eminem,
young.
LMFAO, Chris Brown.
So somehow LMFAO is, like, I realized that, like, people of your generation, like, do know what it was because it was popular when they were in, like, junior high or, like, even, like, 5th, 6th grade or something like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So that translated.
I've been called, like, so, like, I'm in a school full of 18-year-olds. Like, not everybody's 18, like, 18, 19, but I'm 25. And some of us are, like, 25, 26, 28. And we feel old.
Yeah.
Okay? Because there's shit that we're used to, like, stuff that we're, like, we've been around and, like, been a part of and stuff. And they have no idea. They're like, oh my God, like, that's so old school. And I'm like, oh my God, don't make me feel old right now.
I was saying, like, the thing that I really appreciate about the younger generation is that they don't do as much sugarcoating. They have a lot more, like, realism, like, and there isn't a lot of, like, they need shit sugarcoated as much. Like, I feel like back when I was 16, 18, we didn't just accept that, like, the whole world was, like, bullshit. Like, we kind of, that's a terrible thing to say, but if you get what I mean, like, the younger generation seems to be a little bit more down to earth. Like, they seem to be more like, yeah, it's not everybody, but the ones that I've been around, like, they seem to have a little bit more, like, reality happening, but yeah, not always. But I guess I would just say, like, they can see the bullshit a little bit better than I remember people being able to see bullshit or not when I was young. It wasn't as common.
It's really weird
to see the bullshit.
There's, like, almost where you have two sides, because technically people will call me Gen Z, but realistically, I'm what you call, like, early Gen Z, or, like, and I've said this many times, like, almost even, like, late millennial. And there's, like, almost like this stigma of where we're kind of, like, clumped in with Gen Z, but we're nothing like them. I don't, like, it's almost crazy, like, banana, that we're talking about, like, almost 5 or 6 years. So we're, like, talking from, like, 96 to, like, 2000.
I'm an older millennial.
You're a late millennial, honey. You're, like, 88.
Yeah, an elder millennial.
Oh, yeah.
Elder millennial.
You're a baby millennial.
Me.
Yeah, you'd have to been born, like, 79 or 80 to be, like, early millennial. But that's just fucking cocaine, Porsche, Model Y life. Nah. But then again, maybe. Yes. LMFAO. See what I did there?
Yes.
It works.
No, it was a really good time. I just have to say that I had so much fun in, like, 2011. Yeah, like 2010, 2011, LMFAO kicked ass. There were a couple other bands, but, like, LMFAO was fun. There were a lot of bands that were really fun, but they were definitely really entertaining.
For me at the time, like, was definitely One Direction. Like, we were... No, like, because...
Okay.
Yeah, like, One Direction was, like, really, really big. And, like, a lot of people were, like, into Selena Gomez at the time. I think it was, like, 2011, 2012, like, when she started to get, like, her career off. Like, Miley Cyrus was kind of big. Like, you remember Party in the U.S.A?
Yeah.
Like,
how do you get your career off, by the way? Is it just, like, enough of, like, this?
Oh, you're talking about Miley or Billy? because
No, you
there's
were
two
just
different
saying like
generations.
her career really got off. She got her career off. I'm like,
Oh
oh
yeah,
god,
yeah.
like
She jerked it all the way to fucking Venus.
yeah, Party in the USA was fun. It's fun to think of Miley Cyrus like
Pre
just yeah.
pre her psycho break, and then she lost her voice, and now she sounds like a
Party
mixture
in
of
the US.
yeah. Now she kind of sounds like Carly
I like
Rae.
it.
She sounds like Carly Rae Jepsen, but like almost like Willie Nelson combined.
Do you remember Macy Gray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, that was good. That Cole voice,
Macy
like
Gray
the
is good. I want to remember like some of the words from like the Macy Gray song because it's
they were. I remember they were
if
very
you can
poetic.
yeah, if you can mimic it, it's really funny. I'll
Well,
do it just for laughs.
it's really hilarious because we talk about this back and forth. Like particularly, I'm from New York, but so many people tell me like I
Oh.
have that like Southern tang to the way I talk, and I don't realize that until I start listening to my damn voice, and I'm just like, Lord, Lord, Lordy, Lord. You're pulling up
Dude, I found it.
You found
Remember
it?
she sings Try. So she's like, I try to walk away and I stumble.
I stumble. I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's true. My world crumbles when I am not with you.
You need a background.
No, it's really good. I try to walk away and I stumble.
She's got this like.
It's beautiful.
It is.
She has a couple Christmas songs that are really, really good too, but like that's what's great is like certain artists can make like a whole like career out of just having a unique voice. I mean, she does have a good voice. Like she does hit all of the notes. Like people could say like, "Oh, her voice is, screwed up," but to actually be
Miley?
able to hit the notes. Well, Miley hits all the notes, but Macy Gray hits the notes. But
Oh yeah.
Miley, I mean, shit, they might autocorrect that stuff nowadays, but she is professionally trained and she has sang her whole life, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's actually hitting them notes herself.
Well, you take somebody like even like Celine Dion, where for me personally, that lady has been a little over the top, but that's okay. It's Celine Dion.
I heard a lot of good things about her.
But when she got up in Paris and she performed, it was just, that shows resilience. I mean, because she was diagnosed with a physically crippling disease, but yet has managed to be able to still sing very similar to her early career. I don't. It's wild. I mean, when you hear Celine Dion, it's Celine Dion. Come on, come on.
Yeah, Celine Dion is better than almost anybody. Like when it comes to like vocal range and performance,
powerful
and ability.
She's a powerful voice.
You brought up the word resilience. The actual definition of resilience is the ability to bounce back. So I think that's kind of cool.
She did bounce back.
Right.
She had to. I mean, she literally said that, like, I don't have anything else to live for. Like, this is my life. This is who I am. This is what makes me me.
How did you find this out about Celine Dion? Like, did
I
you
watched
watch a thing?
I watched the interview.
Yeah. So is there a documentary about Celine Dion, like on Netflix or something?
I don't believe so. I've watched the ABC interview. I've seen like behind the scenes and things. She's very professional when she talks. Very similar to Audrey Hepburn. If you want to give a comparison, like Celine Dion, kind of like the way she talks is kind of similar to how Audrey used to respond. But it's really wild to like hear her perspective and her like mental approach to all of this. I always really find it fascinating because like we literally started this conversation with memorable people that no matter where you are, you're like, okay, I know what that is. Like most people know who that is. You know what I mean? It's like it's a memorable voice that you know immediately.
Oh, I forgot that she was Canadian.
Who? Celine Dion?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Canadian. She speaks French.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I knew that she speaks a different language, but it didn't like click with me real quick that it was
Do you know?
French.
Okay, do you know what I realized also for myself? Because when I would because I sometimes for like shits and giggles, I just like, I go on GarageBand and I make songs and stuff. Nothing real or anything, but I have been experimenting with French, particularly with making French lyrics. And my vocal range is completely different with French. Okay? It's weird. I'm able to hit higher notes, stay longer with certain points, and balance back and forth than I can in English. And that's something that's kind of wild to think about. Like if you have a singer like Celine Dion or there are others. I just can't think of any.
Yeah. I could see that. Like
They speak the two. Like it's
I feel like yeah, I could see that like different like having the freedom of like
not just one, but two.
having the freedom of a different language that isn't like your most common language for yourself, like your first language. Trying to sing in a second language, I think, could give you a little bit more freedom as far as like the way that you sing it.
I think so too.
I would worry about my pronunciation, like without
Well,
like talking to a professional. I would worry about like if I'm pronouncing everything right.
for me, it's very easy to like use a program like ChatGPT or Google Translate and kind of go back and forth and kind of check like because my father was French, like he was French Moroccan, and I've kind of been around French to a certain degree where I don't speak it at all, but I kind of have a good idea of how things are pronounced. Like I'm kind of at a point where if I can see a phrase in French and somebody tells me on how it's read, I remember the next time, usually to read it again, and I know how to pronounce it.
I'll just say that I studied French before I went to France and I memorized all kinds of stuff. And when I got there, everything that I thought I knew was complete trash. Everything was way more complicated than I ever imagined it would be.
It always is.
That's how it was for me. Like, I was like, oh, okay, that's not how you ask for water.
Well,
Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like,
the thing that I learned with ChatGPT, which I didn't know before, was particularly with French, Moroccan, like Moroccan French, we have different pronunciations. So, like, we say je, not je, it's je. There's like a very hard je at the very beginning. There's no P's, it's all B's. So it's bu, not pu.
People from France would say that British English and American English are like two different Englishes.
They kind of are. I have a friend that's in the UK, and a lot of the times when I talk to her, I use British English with her on the phone. You know, when I talk about like my car being in the service garage, because if I say garage, she doesn't understand me. You know
it's
what I mean?
like it's more proper the way that they structure things, I understand. And they teach them British English, so they find American English more challenging.
It's harder for the thing is when you're having a conversation with someone that's British, if they're not used to American words, they have to think. And sometimes they don't. So they kind of like miss what you just said in a sentence. And then you can't get your point across. That's what I'm trying to say, you know? And that can be really fucking annoying when you're trying to have a conversation with somebody.
I just couldn't understand anything. I did a terrible job at trying to speak to people. I tried, you know, and I think that's what you're supposed to do, but I did okay on a couple things, but for the most part, no.
It's
I just
taken me
quiet.
It's taken me a while. The wild thing is sometimes because I have it in my brain, I will randomly use the British English without even thinking about it. Like there are times I'll just be like Zed, or where's the trolley, you know, or where's the way out.
How did your dad learn English?
My dad learned English from television and talking to people.
So they didn't teach it in his school at all?
Not really, no. But my father spoke French, Arabic, English, Yiddish, and Spanish. Oh, it was hilarious. My dad used to talk to used to hire the illegals, people particularly like from Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico. They used to come into New York. He used to hire them. So after quite some time, he had to learn some Spanish. And my dad just had conversations with these people. And it was just so fun, you know, because like this man like knew so many languages, has been through like multiple cultures.
Yeah.
There's all those dynamics, you know, and like kind of tying back to like, if you think about it, you gotta have some type of dynamic grasp if you want to be memorable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's much more easier to remember people once you like have some unique like flair about them. Like it's what makes people memorable is like when they open up and like show their unique qualities.
People forget that Shakira speaks Spanish. Literally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, so Celine Dion speaks French. Celine Dion is Canadian. I would say like, do we get to claim Adele? Does America get to claim Adele? Is she from here?
She's from the UK.
What the fuck?
She's from London.
Who's our most like talented like vocal performer, female wise? I mean, there's Beyonce, but you know,
people will say like Sabrina Carpenter, but to be honest, I'm kind of
but like a belter, like a
Taylor Swift.
No, she's still not like a ballad performer, like a Celine Dion.
Well, there was Aretha Franklin, but she passed away.
Aretha Franklin. Who's the other one? Diana Ross.
Whitney Houston.
Yes.
Whitney Houston.
American like powerhouses. I guess powerhouse is what. I don't know. I don't think Taylor Swift gets to be a powerhouse. You know, like she's not. Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift. She's not a Celine Dion.
She's overrated.
I don't know, but there's a difference like between like these
I'm
women.
I'm gonna stick on my side. Taylor Swift is 100% overrated. But go on.
I think there's a time and place for her. I don't know how high people are rating her, so I might agree with you too, but I do like it. Like I think I wouldn't really want like a world without.
I would rather go to an Amy Winehouse concert.
Oh, I would definitely rather go to an Amy Winehouse concert.
Like, I guarantee you, like,
say that like Amy Winehouse sucks or something.
No, Amy Winehouse is awesome. I love Amy Winehouse. That's what I'm saying is like, if Amy Winehouse was alive right now, Taylor Swift would have no competition. None.
Yeah, but it's like you're saying she basically doesn't have competition because Amy Winehouse isn't alive.
Come on, like
Amy Winehouse probably didn't suck Beyonce's dick, and that's probably why she's dead.
No, well, she overdosed.
I know. I'm just talking shit.
I know. Me too. No, but she actually did overdose.
I don't. You said they say she did. I don't believe a damn thing people say when people die. I just have to say that. What's the other musician passed away? Suicide.
Oh, recently, yeah, from
last week.
Yeah, from One Direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Liam Payne. The Liam Payne? Yeah, it's Liam Payne.
Yeah, that's sad. But who believes it or not? I think it's fucking weird. All of it's weird. People go dead. I don't like any of it.
He was a fantastic
singer.
Oh my god, he makes Ed Sheeran look like a pornographic paraphernalia. But it's kind of
like
sad.
A dildo?
I don't like Ed Sheeran. But when you like look at when you look at somebody like that and like he's just gone, you know, you just start to like get curious. You're like the what ifs, because I'm gonna be honest, like Taylor Swift is very talented, but again, if you have somebody like Amy Winehouse that was alive right now in 2024, and she had also a concert, I don't think Taylor Swift's concerts would have been as packed. It's
Well,
just
what year? I hear you.
Amy
I was just
Winehouse.
wondering if they overlap. What year did Amy Winehouse die?
2011, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it was 2011, 2000.
I think it's sooner. Oh, you're right. 2011. So, yeah, Amy Winehouse was making music at the same time that Taylor Swift was starting
And
up.
she was overselling Taylor Swift.
So you're saying that Taylor Swift had Amy Winehouse killed?
Possibly.
I'm just fucking around, but
possibly. I mean, it's a great idea.
How about we write some fiction? Amy Winehouse.
And make it real,
okay,
like our U.S.
Amy
government
Winehouse's people were trying to kill Taylor Swift, is the truth. And then Taylor Swift's people killed Amy Winehouse instead.
You know, it's like color war.
That's the twist.
It's like color war when you're in camp, and you're like, your team's gonna lose. You're like, oh shit, let's kill the other team's leader, and that way we win, because without their leader they lose.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really strange. Like, I heard a bunch of like contradicting things about Amy Winehouse. Like, people would say like all these things about how she's like trouble or whatever, but then they went and they like interviewed like her school, and they were like, no, like Amy was fine. She's like really, really good student. Like, we don't even believe that she would ever like get fucked up like that.
The thing that I like, the thing that I wanted to point out about Amy that Taylor doesn't have, Amy speaks in a way that's within depths. Like, when you listen to Amy, it puts you almost in this like trance, and you kind of have this like desire for more. I feel like Amy can speak to more people in more an adaptable way. Like, I love how Taylor Swift has designed her albums, but she's very much like designed her content around Taylor instead of like venturing into other ideas the way that Amy Winehouse did. And we could have possibly had more if Amy was alive, but she's dead. So
I think that too much do people take for granted a human being doing everything that Amy was doing. And plus, Amy was doing it with like a genuine essence that a lot of people don't have. And so it's much more draining than others.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of Amy's famous songs were covers.
True.
She sang a lot of classic jazz, piano. Whoever picked out music for her did a damn good job. And if she picked out her own music, she's really smart. But they picked out these like specific songs that would definitely work like for her.
We're definitely gonna have like that
and
one
then put
person
them all in her key that she needs them in.
We're definitely gonna have that one person that's gonna comment and be like, "These people hate Taylor Swift."
I don't mind Taylor Swift.
I don't mind her either.
Do you remember my picture of Taylor Swift in the grocery store? It's my favorite. Taylor Swift in the grocery store.
She probably has never been in a grocery store.
Oh, I got a picture of her in a grocery store, and she's like staring at the produce, and she's like, "What the fuck?" Like, here, yeah, sorry, hold on, podcasties. Yeah.
Down.
Ooh,
I'm down
I
to my
found
last
it.
meat. I'm down to my last meat stick.
Yeah. Okay, so how do I share it with you? Copy. I'm an elder millennial here. I'm working on it.
You could text it to me.
Yes. Okay, so you can see she's in a Whole Foods, and she's staring at like the broccoli basically, and or like leeks or something, and she just looks kind of like, ooh. as though she's never seen food before it's cooked. You know, like that's what I'm saying is like I don't think that she's ever seen like food produce before it's chopped up.
Did somebody like photograph her in the Whole Foods? Is that
I
it? Or like,
believe that this is staged. I
oh,
believe that Whole Foods paid her to come in and be there and pick stuff out. Or she wanted to be seen at a Whole Foods looking like a regular person. But I believe the whole thing is staged. But this is one of my most favorite pictures ever because like
there's
I
so many.
love I love going to the Whole Foods. And this is something that I do. Um but her basket is empty as fuck. There's hardly anything in
There
this
isn't anything
little
in it.
there's nothing in her little empty
There's nothing in there.
basket. And she just I don't know, not the one in the polka dot dress, I've never seen that, but it
That
looks like she
dress
eventually puts the basket.
down.
Oh, no, she's gone to Whole Foods more than once. But the one in the jean shorts is the one that makes me laugh, like, where I feel like she's looking at, like, you know,
But she
either a
wears.
cucumber or, like, something like that, and she's like, "I've never seen this not
But
chopped
she
up."
wears the same clothes practically in every single picture, except like her pants change. It's like her top,
These 2 shirts that she has are, like, very similar.
very similar. Like they're almost like from the same company.
Oh, they're definitely from the same company. I feel like I've seen them before, actually, like, I kinda know who makes them, and to be honest, I think I might actually have one that is like that or someone gave it to me, and I didn't like the way that it felt or something like that, or, like, I kinda remember, like, coming encounters with, like, whatever designer this is, and I could probably find it because, like, there's just so many pictures of this online that I'm sure somebody spoke about
It's
this
just
shirt. Oh, look, there's another one where okay, so there's one where she has, like, a little bit of black in the shirt on the top. There's one where there's
uh-huh.
red on the top, and then there's one where the whole top is striped. So
Right?
she's got, like, 3 of these shirts.
Yeah, she does.
She's probably got more. I believe, like, at that I don't know. I feel like at
It's
that point, you'd just wear everything, like, once. But I personally would get, like if I were, like, really rich, I'd probably get, like, weird. Like, I'd probably get, like, really weird.
this
Like,
is
if
not
people, like, let me do whatever I wanted, I'd probably, like, wear, like, the same, like, 5 things, like, all the time.
this is not actually the same. Like there's been multiple sightings. Like it seems like she does. Maybe
Go to
this
Whole
was.
Foods more than once?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't
I
know.
don't
Maybe
know, I see maybe, like, 3 or 4 times. I'm not convinced that she does any of her own shopping. I'm not sure why she's there.
she has a reason,
I don't
and
know
it's
why on earth
swifty.
she would need to go there, like, at all. I hardly need to go there.
I sometimes have like those weird thoughts of imagine Elton John going to the Erewhon to pick up a smoothie for his fiance. Like where else are you gonna find Elton John but an Erewhon?
I feel like do you think that, like, she goes to the Whole Foods to, like, play, like, regular person? Like, "Oh, I'm gonna be like a regular person and chop up my own cucumbers." Ha 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 ha.
I mean, the thing about Taylor Swift is she's so far from being like everybody else. She's so famous. Like, she's super famous. Like,
Yeah.
even the 5-year-olds are pointing. They're like, Mommy, is that Taylor Swift? Yes, that is Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Whiff.
Taylor. They probably don't know how to pronounce it, okay? Like, I'm
Taylor
trying.
Whiff.
Taylor Whiff or Woof.
Tater Whiff.
Tater Whiff. My daughter named Tater Whiff.
Taylor.
My granddaughter named Tatey Whiff. And my great 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 daddy is Titi Whiff. Cool beans. Shit. Have we been like recording for a half hour?
Yeah, we did a good job.
Yeah, I have no idea what we talked about for the past
Just
30
pop
minutes.
culture shit. Like, basically, Celine Dion.
LMFAO.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about, like, music artists.
And we miss Amy. Amy, we miss you, honey. Can you come down from heaven and give us some good shit, please? Like maybe
Amy, I really enjoyed Amy. I really needed her at that point in my life. It was really great.
It's kind of weird on how like some of the great, like even like Linkin Park, like they just
they had a good place.
They did. Yeah. They gave us a good time. You know, as they say, like the good times roll. Let the good times roll.
Let the good times roll.
So, if you want to check out Karissa, you can find her at American Groove and American Groove Pod on Instagram. If you want to check out more of Lost in the Groove, you can find us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Lost in the Groove Pod. So, with that, we love you, and we will catch you on the next one. Indeed, you need indeed. Peace out, motherfuckers.